I welcome you for this React Prerequisites for Beginners Part 1 training course. The agenda for this lecture is HTML overview. In this lecture, we will learn about writing HTML in Visual Studio Code Editor, running HTML in Visual Studio Code Editor, HTML element, HTML attributes href, HTML attributes src, HTML attributes width and height, HTML attribute style, HTML comments, HTML style colors. HTML stands for Hypertext Markup Language. HTML is the standard markup language for creating web pages. HTML consists of a series of elements. HTML elements tells the browser how to display the content. So in this screen, you are able to see on the left hand side a sample HTML file. On the right hand side, you are able to see how it is rendered on the browser. The sample HTML file on the left hand side, it contains the first line doc type HTML, followed by an opening HTML tag. The closing HTML tag you are able to find at the bottom of the file. In between the HTML tags, you are able to see head tag and body tag. Inside the head tag, you are able to see the title tag. The title tag is having web page title as a text or content. Inside the body tag, you are able to see there are two tags, h1 tag, the other one is p tag, that is paragraph tag. So h1 tag is having the text heading 1. The p tag, that is paragraph tag, is having this is a paragraph. So each tag is having opening and as well as the closing tag. The closing tag always will have a forward slash before the tag name. You are able to see the closing tag of HTML, closing tag of title, closing tag of h1, closing tag of p, that is paragraph. So when this HTML file is rendered on the browser, the title which is having web page title as a text is appearing as a title on the web page tab. Inside the browser, the body section which is having heading 1, which is a header 1 tag, belongs to header 1 tag, and it is also displaying this is a paragraph using the p tag, that is a paragraph tag. So h1 tag is having heading 1 with a bigger font size. P tag, which is having this is a paragraph shown on the browser with a normal font size. Let us see the description about each line on the sample file, that is HTML file. The exclamatory mark doc type HTML declaration defines, that is an instruction used by web browser to fetch what version of HTML the website is written in. It helps browser in understanding how the document should be interpreted, thus eases the rendering process. It is not a tag or element. The doc type should be placed on the top of the document. It must not contain any content and does not need a closing tag. The HTML element is the root element of an HTML page. The head element contains the meta information about the HTML page. The title element specifies a title for the HTML page. The body element defines the document's body and is a container for all the visible contents such as heading, paragraph, images, hyperlinks, tables, lists, etc. The h1 element defines a large heading. The p element defines a paragraph. Now let us see how we can create HTML files on Visual Studio Code editor. So before we do this, I suggest you to create a sample folder on your local system. The folder name is HTML training workspace. So you please create that folder on your local system. After creating the folder, open the Visual Studio Code editor. Then from the menu option, click the file. Then select the open folder option. It will show you your local file system, where it asks you to select the HTML training workspace folder which you have created. Select that folder. After that, you will find the folder opened on your Visual Studio Code editor as shown on the screen. The HTML training workspace folder is not having any files right now. So we are going to create some files with HTML extension or some JPG files also. So let us create an HTML file. So how we can create? So besides the HTML training workspace folder, you can find some icons. It shows new file, new folder. So you click on new file option, the icon, then it will show you a screen like this, a text box, where it will ask you to enter the file name. So I have given one.html file. So during our course, I will be giving a lot of file names with it starts with 1.html, 2.html, 3.html, it keeps going. So I created 1.html file right now. So once you created the file, it opens the file on the right hand side. Right now this file is not having any content. So you paste the content of the sample file which we saw earlier like this. So once you've done that, now you have to run the HTML on your browser. So how you can do that? So you have some options, menu options like file, edit, selection, view, go, run, right? So click on the run option. Then click on run with debugging. So once you click the run without debugging, it will show you the HTML file on your browser. So you can see how the HTML file is rendered on the browser. The other way how you can run your HTML file on the browser is, so you open your file system, go to the HTML training workspace folder which you have created. There just now we created 1.html. Right click on the 1.html file, then select the open with. So once you select that, it will show you a list of browsers which you installed on your system. In my case, it is showing Google Chrome, Internet Explorer, Microsoft Edge. Now I'm going to select Microsoft Edge. So once I select that, you can view the content of 1.html file on the browser as shown on the screen. So what is HTML element? HTML element is defined by a start tag, some content, and an end tag. So that is called HTML element. So it will have the syntax tag name followed by any content or information, then a closing of the tag name which should have prefixed with the /. So you can see some examples of some HTML elements below. H1, that is the opening tag, that is the tag name, H1 tag name. Then you are able to see this is a header element, which is the content or information, and the closing of H1 tag, you can find it is having a / then followed by the tag name H1. Similarly, the paragraph also. So this is a header element and this is a paragraph element, is called as a text, content or information. Now the other way how you can run an HTML file on the browser is, so what you do is you select the file, or you need not select the file. So go to the file, there are some options, menu options which you have, like file, edit, selection, view, go, run, right, and then you are able to see terminal option, menu option. So you click on the terminal menu option, then you will find a screen, a small screen on the bottom of the screen, bottom of your screen right now, which it is showing. It is having a terminal, right? Problems, output, debug console, terminal, right? So once you click the terminal menu option, you will get this a screen or a window. So that is called as a terminal window, you can call. So this terminal window, it will show you the current folder, that is HTML training workspace folder. There we have created only one file, that is one.html file. So to view that file on the browser, you have to type start, then the file name one.html. Similarly, you can give any name after the start to view that file on the browser. So I am giving start, then one.html. That will open the browser and it will show you the same content. So this is another way how you can render an HTML file on the browser. Now we are going to see many ways how you can render the HTML file on the browser. The other way is click on the extension icon as shown on the screen. So once you select that icon, it will show you a screen like this. It will show you the extension marketplace and it will provide you a text box. So there in the text box, you have to provide the name of the extension or plugin which you want to install. I want to install HTML preview plugin or extension. So I typed that. After that, it is showing all the related plugins or extensions which are available in the marketplace. Will you please select the HTML preview extension as shown on the screen. Once you select that, it will provide the details about that plugin on the right hand side, and also it will provide you the option to install. So you can find the blue button install. Click on the install button. Once you click that install button, it installs the HTML preview onto your Visual Studio Code editor. Then it will provide you, after installation, disable button or uninstall button. So if you want to uninstall HTML preview extension, you can click on that. Right now we are not going to uninstall, we want to use it. So how you can use this HTML preview plugin or extension? So you open the one.html file as shown on the screen, and on the right hand side you are able to see some small icons, open preview to the side, right? So you click on the icons, then it will show you, the preview of 1.html, which will be, look like on the browser. So here it is showing a preview of your 1.html. This is heading 1, this is paragraph 1. This is how it is going to render on the browser. So this is another way how you can render the content of HTML file on the browser. The other way is, click on the extension. This time in the text box, you type open in browser plugin or extension. So select the plugin and then install. So once you install this open in browser, then how you can use this plugin or extension is, so click on the right click on the 1.html file, and then as shown on the screen, you select the open in default browser option. So once you select that, it will open the browser and it will show you the content of HTML file on the browser. So this is another way how you can render HTML file on the browser. So now we have created 2.html file, and to run that HTML file, you have to select the run, then run without debugging. Then you select the browser, that is, it is showing select the environment on which browser you want to launch. You can select Chrome or Edge launch. Okay, before that you have a look at the 2.html file. So it is having the same body, right? But it is having the body h1, which is having the text. This is header element, and p tag, which is having, this is a paragraph element. But there is no title in the, and also it is not having any head inside the HTML tag. Now click on the Chrome or Edge launch. It will show you as it will open the browser and it will show you the content of HTML on the browser. So this is another way how you can, render HTML file on the browser. So on top of the browser screen, you are able to see some icons. So you can click on a red, a rectangle shape, a box, you can say. So there, when you click that, it will terminate the execution of this program. HTML attributes. HTML attributes provide additional information about HTML elements. All HTML elements can have attributes. Attributes provide additional information about elements. Attributes are always specified in the start tag. Attributes usually come in name value pairs, like name equal to value. So here we are learning about href attribute. So this href attribute belongs to a tag called A, that is anchor tag. The A tag defines a hyperlink. The href attribute specifies the URL of the page the link goes to. So here the syntax A, that is the anchor, followed by href. The href is the attribute for anchor tag, and this A is the starting tag, right? So closing tag you can find at the end of the line, right? It is having /A. So you are specifying the attribute href for the starting tag of the A, that is anchor. So the href is having, the value as URL as the value, that is https://developer.mozilla.org. then /en hyphen us, then /. So this is the URL. So the anchor tag is having the text or content or information visit Mozilla. So let us see how this particular line works on HTML file. So this is a 3.html file. So you create a 3.html file, then place the content as shown here. So here inside the body you have h2 tag having the text or content or information as the href attribute. The anchor tag, that is A, which is having the attribute href. Href is having the link, and anchor tag is having the text visit Mozilla, right? So when you run this 3.html file, let us see how it will show you the output. So this is the output of the 3.html. It is showing the h2 tag href attribute, then the text visit Mozilla, which is having a underline. That means it is working like an hyperlink. So when you click on this visit Mozilla, it will go to the external website, that is https://developer.mozilla.org/en-us/. So it is opening the home page of Mozilla. Now we are going to talk about src attribute. The img tag is used to embed an image in an HTML page. The src attribute specifies the path to the image to be displayed. There are two ways to specify the URL in the src attribute. Absolute URL links to an external image that is hosted on another website. Example, the src is having an external website. It is going to render the flower.jpg file from the external website or another website. The below one relative URL links to an image that is hosted within this within the internal website. So you can, the syntax is src equal to, and you are just giving the file name flower.jpg, and before flower.jpg you are not giving any external URL. So if you didn't give external URL, only just the name of the file, then it searches in your current workspace folder or directory. So the width and height attributes, the img tag should also contain the width and height attributes which specify the width and height of the image in pixel. So now here we are going to learn about src width and height attributes. So all these attributes which you are providing to the img tag. So in the line number 5, and just we have created 4.html file. In this file, the line number 5 is having img tag, that is the opening tag. You are having all the attributes src, which is having the flower.jpg, width 500, height the 600. So here the flower.jpg you can find on the left hand side. It is showing in the HTML training workspace the flower.jpg file is available. So it is going to get that file from this particular folder, HTML training workspace. Now when you run this HTML file, it is going to display the output as shown on the screen. The src attribute is h2, that is the line number 4. The line number 5 is displaying the flower.jpg with that is width having 500 and height having 600. So that is how the picture is, the image is getting displayed, flower.jpg. So it is getting that flower.jpg from the current folder, that is HTML training workspace folder. Style attribute, it is used to add styles to an element such as color, font, size, etc. So we have created 5.html file. So here the line number 5 is having the P, that is the paragraph. To the paragraph we are including the style attributes, a style attribute to the paragraph, which is having color blue. So the text of the paragraph P, that is paragraph tag, is this is a blue paragraph. So when you run this 5.html, so this is how it renders on the browser. So you are able to see H2, that is the style attribute. So this is a blue paragraph is getting displayed with blue color because you have specified the style as color blue. So we have seen how the style attribute works. Now we are going to learn about this HTML comment tag. You can add HTML comments to your HTML source by using the following syntax. So you have a less than symbol followed by exclamatory mark, then double hyphen, then you can specify any comments, you can write any comments, then at the end of the comment you can specify double hyphen, then greater than symbol. Notice that there is an exclamation point in the start tag but not in the end tag. Note, comments are not displayed by the browser, but they can help document your HTML source code. So here we have created 6.html file. In this file we have written some comments, the line number 4 and line number 6, which is having the comment, right? So the line number 4 is having the comment, this line is a comment. The line number 6 is having the comment. Comments are not displayed in the browser. So when you run the HTML file, it ignores the line number 4 and 5 because they are comments. So let us see how it runs. So it is going to display only the line number 5, which is having the paragraph. This is a paragraph, right? So this is how it is rendering on the browser. It ignored the comment lines. Now we are learning about HTML colors. HTML colors are specified with the predefined color names or with RGB, HEX, HSL, RGBA or HSLA values. Color names in HTML, a color can be specified by using a color name. So now we have created a 7.html file. So in this HTML file, from line number 4 to line number 7, we have specified the style, right? Style is an attribute for h1 tag. So to the style, you have specified the background color as orange in the line number 4. So this is applicable for the text. This is orange text. Similarly, line number 5, this is gray. The text is going to display in the gray color. Similarly, this is a violet. Text is going to display in the violet color. This is a light gray text in the line number 7 is going to display with the light gray color. So the output is, this is how it looks. So this is orange is getting displayed with orange color as a background. That is the background color. This is gray. It is displaying with the gray background color. Similarly, this is a violet and this is a light gray. The next agenda for this is HTML overview session 2. I thank you for participating in this lecture. We'll see you in the next lecture.